Imagine stumbling upon places so remote, so cut off from the world, that reaching them feels like an impossible challenge. Diving into Google Earth, we've uncovered some of the most inaccessible locations on the planet, places where nature, geography, and even human restrictions make them nearly untouchable. From vast, desolate landscapes to hidden structures in the middle of nowhere, these discoveries reveal just how much of our world remains beyond our reach. Untouchable National Park, a place where nature's raw power is on full display. From above, the massive ice canyons of Untouchable are nothing short of breathtaking. Towering walls of rock and ice stretch across the landscape, intertwined with the deep blue waters of the Arctic Ocean. Even the famed fjords of Norway seem modest in comparison. Reaching this remote wonder is no small feat. Access is limited to seaplanes, snowmobiles, or boats. While the iconic Akshayuk Pass is well documented, much of the park remains uncharted and inaccessible. Adding to the challenge, polar bears roam the area, making it as dangerous as it is beautiful. However, small Inuit communities along the Atlantic edge of the peninsula offer a glimpse into the region's human connection, providing a rare gateway to this frozen frontier. Volcán extinto. A geological marvel located near the United States-Mexico border. This dormant volcano is surrounded by a labyrinth of canyons, creating a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. Despite its striking appearance, information about this site is scarce, with only a single image available on Google Maps. The lack of documentation suggests that few have ventured into this remote area. The canyons, likely home to hidden waterfalls and unique rock formations, are surrounded by a vast, uninhabited expanse. No towns or paved roads exist within miles, making it a logistical challenge for even the most experienced explorers. Its proximity to the border adds another layer of complexity, raising questions about accessibility and safety. Colorado Plateau, a place that redefines remoteness. This particular stretch of wilderness is already part of one of the most remote regions in the United States, yet it stands out as being even more inaccessible. Unlike other canyons in the area, this one lacks names, trails, or any signs of human presence. The natural barriers here are extreme. Sheer rock walls enclose the plateau, with only a single narrow passage providing entry. The lone dirt road leading into this region demands a highly capable off-road vehicle, extra fuel, and an unwavering sense of determination. Beyond that point, no maps, no marked trails, and no visible structures appear on satellite imagery, just endless, untouched terrain. This is true wilderness, where the only certainty is isolation. Capote Falls, Texas, a hidden gem in the canyons near Big Bend. This stunning waterfall, discovered almost by accident through a tiny label on Google Earth, is one of the most remarkable yet least known natural wonders in the mainland United States. Fed by natural springs, Capote Falls flows year-round and is rumored to be the tallest waterfall in Texas. However, its beauty remains largely unseen by the public. The falls are located on private land, making access nearly impossible without permission from the property owners. Alternatives, such as hiking 20 miles from the highway or chartering a costly flight, are either impractical or unsatisfying. The lack of photographs or detailed information online only adds to its mystique, leaving many to wonder what it would be like to stand at its base and feel the cool mist of its cascading waters. The Diablo Canyon Nuclear Power Plant and the PG&E-owned coastline in Central California. This site presents a striking contrast between nature and industrial power. The nuclear facility, perched on a stretch of coastline reminiscent of a smaller Big Sur, is surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty. However, public access to this area is heavily restricted, with only one trail allowing limited entry each day. The plant's neon blue pools and massive scale are visible even from miles away, creating an eerie yet fascinating juxtaposition. Beyond its visual impact, the site carries a darker story. On August 11, 2023, a sediment spill caused by PG&E devastated one of the last pristine Chinook salmon runs in Northern California's Butte Creek. Despite the ecological damage, little has been done to address the consequences, raising questions about the balance between energy production and environmental preservation. The greatest oasis in South Australia. In the heart of the red outback, water mysteriously bubbles to the surface, forming pools that spread across the desert and create a vast, shallow delta stretching for hundreds of miles. This phenomenon is part of Witjira National Park, home to Australia's largest collection of natural springs. Reaching this remote oasis is no small feat. The closest town, Port Augusta, is nearly 900 kilometers away, requiring days of driving through some of the most isolated terrain on the planet. While Australia boasts countless breathtaking destinations, the sheer remoteness of Witjira makes it a place few will ever experience firsthand. Eye of the Sahara, a breathtaking geological wonder located in Mauritania, Africa. Also known as the Richat structure, this natural formation resembles a massive 30-mile-wide blue eye staring up from the desert sands. Its striking appearance has fascinated explorers and scientists alike, sparking curiosity about what other secrets might lie hidden beneath the Sahara. Interestingly, the Sahara wasn't always a desert. Research into the Richat structure reveals that around 6,000 years ago, this region was a lush green rainforest and possibly a cradle of early human civilization. Today, the eye is so vast that it can be seen from space, serving as a visual landmark for astronauts aboard the International Space Station. Reaching this remote site is no easy task, requiring a grueling journey through the harsh Sahara. Even upon arrival, the structure's sheer scale makes it nearly impossible to fully capture in photographs. For most, the best way to experience its grandeur is by flying over it, offering a rare glimpse of one of Earth's most enigmatic features. The Nuclear Square Mile in New Mexico, a site of mystery and military significance. Located within the White Sands Missile Range, this area features a perfectly measured inner square spanning 1 square mile, surrounded by an outer polygon exactly 2 miles wide. Its precise dimensions suggest a strategic purpose, likely tied to military testing and experimentation. Access to the site is heavily restricted, making it nearly impossible for the public to explore. The closest opportunity comes during the rare annual openings of the nearby Trinity site, where visitors might catch a distant glimpse of this intriguing location. The combination of its geometric precision and restricted access adds to its allure, leaving many to wonder about the activities that have taken place there over the years. Ulakan, a breathtaking and otherworldly landscape located in Yakutia, northern Russia. This remote wonder was only discovered in 2012 when a passenger on a plane noticed its striking and unusual rock formations. The jagged spires and twisted ridges of this remote landscape resemble something from an alien world, standing in stark contrast to the vast, unbroken tundra surrounding them. Moreover, reaching Ulakan is no small feat. The region sits deep within the Arctic Circle, where the sun barely dips below the horizon in the heart of summer, but vanishes for months in winter. The nearest town is over 2,000 kilometers away, already in one of the most remote corners of Russia. The journey to this place is not just difficult, it is nearly impossible. No roads lead here, and the only viable approach would involve an intricate chain of travel logistics, including long-haul flights, unreliable transport options, and a final stretch of pure wilderness where nature dictates the rules. Even in the summer months, dangers abound. Polar bears roam the landscape. Dense swarms of mosquitoes create near unbearable conditions, and sudden Arctic storms can turn a difficult journey into a deadly one. Perhaps the greatest obstacle is not nature, but geopolitics. Given the tense relationship between Russia and other nations, securing permission to visit such a remote and unregulated area would be a major challenge. Yet the sheer isolation, uncharted beauty, and near mythical difficulty of reaching Ulakan make it a top contender for the most difficult to access place on the planet. Have you ever traveled somewhere incredibly remote? Share your experiences in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden corners of the planet, be sure to stay tuned for more.